More than 70,000 miners went back to work last Wednesday after a crippling 5-month strike that saw billions of rands lost in revenue and wages, while at least 5 people were killed, allegedly in strike-related violence. The mining companies have agreed to a 3-year wage plan that will enable miners to get 12,500 rand by the end of the deal. What lies ahead now for the union and its members, and do we face strikes in other parts of the economy led by AMCU? My guest today is AMCU President Joseph Mathunjwa. Mr. Mathunjwa, welcome to the show once again. And what's your feeling about the strike? 5 months, 5 people killed, very, very long, hard battle, and now it's over.
Yeah, I think firstly I should take this opportunity to thank the compatriots and all who supported the strike through many things that were facing our members who were on strike. It's very much unfortunately when AMCU has done something drastical in changing the lives of people, it will be associated with the killings, because those killings hasn't been proven that was because of the strike. It's a one-sided information. Unless you've got a tangible information that has been tested that those killings were related to the strike.
I use the word allegedly. Allegedly means it's alleged.
Yeah, no, it's alleged, but why is always being associated with AMCU?
There was a strike and it took 5 months. It's alleged to have happened. But let's concentrate on what you believe has been gained. Is this a victory for AMCU?
It's not victory for AMCU, it's victory for working class. Yes, of course, indeed, because there will be no worker as of 1st of July will earn less than 7,000 rand.
But you had demanded 12,500 rand today, so you still haven't reached that goal, have you?
Indeed, but within these 3 years, there will be about more than 60% of our members or the working class in the platinum sector that will achieve the 12,500, of which is a breakthrough, unlike if we agree the NUM 8.5%, 400 rand, and the lowest paid wouldn't realize that. But in the near future, soon the workers, they will realize the 12,500. They
will realize it in 3 years' time, but in the meantime, they've lost 5 months' wages. If you think about it, if I'm earning 7,000 rand a month, as you say with that worker, if I'm earning 7,000 rand a month, I've lost over 5 months. I've lost 35,000 rand. I won't be able to make that up in 35 months. That's a lot of money, and that has led not just to the devastation in Rustenburg, but back home in the Eastern Cape or in Lesotho or wherever I may come from.
I think the challenge is you patronize the strike as if you've got a kind of.
No, I'm not. I'm asking the question. I'm not patronizing the strike. Yes. I'm asking a question to find out what your view is.
The point is there's a sacrifice that one has to to pay for, for anything. Everyone has to pay a sacrifice. So this was a worthwhile sacrifice that one has to pay in order to change the status quo, of which hasn't been been challenged for the last 20 years.
You see, I find it interesting that you believe that the world or myself and others are against you. I'm not against you. I'm trying to find out whether you think it was worth it. So let me put it to you in this sense. The economy was devastated by the strikes. 0.6% contraction in the first quarter. 10 billion rand lost in wages. Many people are saying it will take these workers 12 years to return to where they would have been if they hadn't gone on strike. A lot of people would say to you, it's not a victory. It's actually a step backwards.
Yeah, if you count it in billions, but if you calculate it downwards to say, what is 4,500 rand? What would that take the worker to? You'll find out the 4,000 is not even a decent salary, is not even taking a worker to meet any social needs, any day-to-day needs. So therefore, I think the indicators of the business is different from the indicators of the union. So therefore, I think that is not correct to measure along those lines, because we are simply saying we should fold our hands and say this slave salary must continue generation to generation.
No, I'm not saying that.
Not you per se, but the sentiments are suggesting that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you have to stand up for what you believe is the right thing. And if you believe that's the right thing, that's fine. I'm just saying to you, it's a balance sheet. On the one hand, you may have gained that, but on the other hand, we've lost other things.
But the fact is, as we're going forward, there will be no worker who will be earning After 3 years, less than 9,000 in the platinum sector.
A lot of people are saying that actually there will be workers who won't be earning anything whatsoever because many of these miners are saying they're going to mechanize and that will lead to job losses.
It's not something that is around the corner. It's a process. So about upskilling, because the very same mechanization, it will need the employees to operate. So therefore, it will be a process kind of situation whereby our members or the workers has to be upskilled in order to minimize, to operate those machines.
Let's get this issue that you mentioned right at the beginning about the 5 people killed allegedly related to this strike over the past 5 months, and the violence that has been intimated that, in fact, that some of it has taken place where people were going to work and were beaten up. Is this a policy of your trade union, that people who do not go with you get assaulted?
I think what should be saying, is it a policy of the government when the workers want 12,500 and you kill them with R5?
That question has been asked.
I mean, is it a policy?
No, it's not a policy.
So
I'm asking what your policy is. We're not here with the government. We're here with AMCU.
No. The point is, those issues are sub judice. There are police in this country. There are justice system. If any perpetrator is caught doing such thing, he must be brought to book.
The allegation made, it's sub judice, but the allegation made by a certain Mr. X at the Falam Commission today. Are you going to dismiss that? Are you prepared to say today, this is not the policy of AMCU? We do not order people to kill our opponents.
Yes, I mean, everything that has been said against myself or AMCU, all the papers will be before the commission, and the truth shall set me free, as it's been setting me free.
Are you free? Are you clear in your conscience?
I'm clear in my conscience. I sleep very well. I don't take any disciplines or any medication to get to bed. No.
You may be, but there's always a perception that there has been violence around AMCU, whether it was in 2012, whether it's now.
Media has been misinforming the nation about AMCU, so it's not a surprise to us.
What's your relationship with the economic freedom fighters? Are you likely to form some sort of political relationship?
AMCU is a apolitical union. I've said it many times in this studio. It won't change.
It won't change. And what about your affiliation to NACTU? Are you going to continue with that affiliation, or are you thinking of a federation of your own?
No, we are part of NACTU.
Are you going to hitch your horses together with NUMSA, perhaps, in a new federation?
Which federation? I haven't been informed about it. It's new to me.
They may be expelled from COSATU, and you guys seem to be very much along the same lines.
It's not to say if we are fighting one cause, that seems as if now we are going to marry tomorrow. So the cause is common, is that we are fighting the system that oppresses our members.
And NUMSA is doing the same thing?
It's a union. It has to protect its members from...
Not all unions are like that. The NUM could be said to be a bit different to that. But tell me something here. There seems to be a lot of movement in labor, a movement that seems to suggest that a new kind of militancy is coming through, exemplified by yourself. Are you likely to form new alliances that may lead to a bigger federation? Are you likely to go into retailing and other sectors of the economy?
If our scopes allows us, and then we'll just continue recruiting, or the members will join us. As long as our scope allows us to do that, we won't stop any member or any worker who wants to join us.
Joseph Mathunjwa, thank you so much for your time. We hope to see you again on the show.
Thank you very much.
After the break, our winners and losers of the week.
News that moves. ENCA.com.